Folks, many of you know I'm a day trader. Many of you know I have an investment banking background. And now that we're in radio and television, I don't get a chance to share with you some of the projects I got to see when I was early in my radio career when I was still running an investment bank. We do a segment called Small Caps Are People Too, whereby we look at a publicly traded company that may be under the radar, but has a bulletproof management team, has a good proprietary advantage, is dealing in a big market, but just happens to be trading maybe on a smaller exchange. Yeah. One such company is called Pervasip. Their of course, stock symbol is PVSP. That's Paul Victor Sam Paul. Pervasip.com. That's Pervasip as in Paul.com. And they are the backbone behind the video phone. And I'll tell you what, I've been bragging about these guys all day. So this is how confident they are in this product, and this is how confident we are in them, that here we are on live national television, nationwide, coast to coast. We're on live national radio, nationwide, coast to coast. And they're not just calling in on a phone. They're calling in on their phone, and not only are they calling in on their phone, they're calling in their video phone, and there's not one single phone line being used in this broadcast. I give to you, via the internet, on the video phone, from Pervasip, Mark Richards, the Chief Information Officer. Mark, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on the show.
So Mark, obviously because you're coming out of a small speaker, right. We don't have the sound quality that you have with me on a $3,000 microphone, but nonetheless, if folks can see the picture, and we've got a picture of you right up on the television screen here, so people can see you talking to the phone. There's no buffering involved. There's absolutely no delay. Talk to us about the company. Talk to us about the technology behind the phone.
Well, there's no Skype here, gentlemen. I mean, all VoIP is not created equal. Pervasip has been doing this for 7 years, and I can't say that we are as big and as well known as Skype. People don't really recognize the public company. They do recognize, a lot of people are starting to recognize our brand, which is VoX Communications, and VoX has a pretty nice logo, so that's the brand we go out there. But I've been Chief Information Officer for Pervasip now for 7 years. And, we started with voice over IP when Vonage was around. Still today, I'm surprised people don't really know who Vonage is. A lot of people do, but a lot of people don't. And really, Vonage is responsible for bringing the awareness to the masses of voice over IP.
If you could... Hang on, Mark, hang on one second. We're talking to Mark Richards. He's the Chief Information Officer for Pervasip, VoX Communications, their stock symbol PVSP. I want to talk to you about this because this is really important. When a caller calls into the program, they're usually going through an analog or a digital phone hybrid, so they sound like us. Mark's voice and video right now is so crisp. And by the way, folks, for the radio audience, what you're hearing basically is us talking to him through a speakerphone.
Yeah, we're just micing the speakerphone.
He's not going through our processing here.
Nope.
And you can understand every word he says. And for the television audience that's watching him, there's no clipping, no buffering. Mark, what is the secret sauce here? Is this? I mean, you guys have a proprietary advantage. You're not just better. You guys, there's something behind this, right?
Yep. Well, we do have a proprietary network, and we basically operate like Google. Google, does voice over IP really with the same type of platform that we're using for voice over IP. Google does searches. Well, instead of doing searches on 2,000 servers as Google does, we literally capture the packets and the video and voice. We don't care if it's video, we don't care if it's voice, and we traverse the internet very, very efficiently because we have a whole bunch of servers, Linux servers, a proprietary platform that has been built over 17 years with $14 million have gone into the technology. We are one of the pioneers of VoIP. We weren't necessarily out there making the same market as Vonage was, but our product is equal, if not better. Vonage doesn't have a video product. We do. We're a pioneer in the space. We have joined with a company that actually manufactures the phone, and this is not Skype. People that can actually see my picture, you can see my lips are moving at the same time my words are coming out.
Yeah,
and as I say, all voice is not created equal. Skype is a great company, it's a great brand. I won't knock the competition. This phone can be plugged into a big screen TV, and you can stand 8 feet away from the speakerphone and still have a decent conversation at home, sat on your couch with a big screen TV.
Yeah, in fact, next time when we have you on the air, we're going to mic this phone, but we're going to bring you up on the big screen so they can see on the big screen here. You got a question about price, right?
Well, yeah, I'd like to buy one of the units and buy one for someone else because they'll need one. But how much are these phone units?
They're selling on the website for $249.95, and the service is $29.95 a month. And that's comparable with, you know, it's a little bit more expensive than Vonage, but you get the video. You get video communications.
So my buddy in Australia could have one. I could have one, and then hooks up that quick.
And for $29 a month, there's no long distance charges or anything like that, correct?
Unlimited voice and video. You could be in Australia.
Yeah.
The Mark Richards is the Chief Information Officer for Video Phone Pervasip, stock symbol PVSP, part of our Small Caps or People 2 segment here in the program. They work under the brand VoX Communications. You can go to pervasip.com, get a lot of great information about it. And, of course, we're going to be following these folks for about the next 8 to 10 weeks to talk about it. You know, I always mention, Mark, that innovation is not dead here. We didn't have vocabulary words like iPad even 3 years ago. We didn't have the word smartphone in our vocabulary, you know, maybe even 10 years ago. Certainly VoIP is right up there with one of the things that just didn't exist. Where is it now? Where has it come from? And where is it going to go?
And that's a great question, because I think everybody today, they think they know the internet, and everybody's happy to do their emails and a little bit of social networking. Look at the craze that social networking has entered into this last couple of years, and now everybody understands what social network is. Everybody can tell you where they think the internet is today, but I won't say smart. Smart's not a good word to put it. Let's just say the more enlightened technology people will actually tell you where the internet's going, okay? And so as communication gets faster and we go from 3G to 4G networks, you know, Cisco is a very reputable company that has said that 90% of the internet traffic that goes over the network on 2014 is going to be video. Gartner, another great company, has said 300 million mobile voice over IP users by 2013. So you can see these are very smart technology companies predicting the future of the internet.
Big numbers.
Right there on the cusp.
One thing I want to bring up, and that is when we look at companies, when we're going to invest in a company, we look at the management team, we look at the proprietary advantage, and we've spent some time here talking about proprietary advantage, but one thing that we look at is the size of the overall market. And you just said it there, Mark, the size of the overall market is one in which where if you were to capture just a very small portion of that market, that's a game changer for you, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we're just about to bring out an Android app, which today, or when it's released in about a couple of weeks, it will be voice only. It'll be on any Android phone, and we will be bringing video to that Android phone before the end of the year.
Wow. His name is Mark Richards. He's the Chief Information Officer for Pervasip. Mark, you stay right there, folks. When we come back from the break, we're going to talk a little bit about the management team, talk a little more about the market size, and talk about how you can get involved. Once again, their stock symbol PVSP. The name of the company is Pervasip, and I'll tell you, have you ever seen
Pervasip?
Pervasip.
Yeah.
P-E-R-V-A-S-I-P. We'll put it up on the website. They'll be on our website. I'll tweet about it to 22,000 people by tonight. But interesting, have you ever seen that kind of quality when you look at a video phone like this?
No, it's usually a big delay. The lips aren't moving
Max
with the
Headroom?
voice. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not Max Headroom. This is like you're talking to the guy on TV.
Yeah.
Russ and Sully on the Big Biz Show, bigbizshow.com. Taking a commercial break. We are back after the break with Mark Richards from Pervasip. Stand by.
Mark Headroom.
So on the phone with me right now, part of our Small Caps for People 2 segment is a company called Pervasip. Pervasip Video Phone. Their stock symbol PVSP. I cover these companies sometimes when I find a company that's truly remarkable, has a bulletproof management team, an unbelievable proprietary advantage, product, service, something that's bigger, better, faster, stronger than the rest of them, and happens to be trading on a smaller exchange.
Yeah.
Although we never talk about share price or income projections on this program, we do talk about the guts of the company and what makes them. I mean, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know that they weren't, an Apple or a Google by looking at them. If you're just joining the program, Mark Richards is the Chief Information Officer for Pervasip Video Phone. Pervasip is the actual name of the company. You can go to pervasip.com. Now, I know many of you think I'm saying pervasive.
Yeah, like I thought you were.
But
and I read the website.
So it's a play on words, pervasive and IP.
Yeah.
Pervasip.com, and we'll put the link on our website. I will also put it out to my 22,000 Twitter followers so people can check us out. Based out of White Plains, New York. These folks, I know many of you talk on Skype, and I know many of you are frustrated. We have Wayne Allen Root comes on the air with us every week. the vice presidential libertarian candidate. He talks on Skype, and it looks like he's Max Headroom from 1980.
Yeah, we're going to get him one of these.
Well, what he does, folks, I'll just tell you what he does. He calls the studio on his cell phone, and we shoot him video on Skype. The two are not together.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it is a big production to get him on the air. Right now, for our television audience and for our radio audience, you'll be able to hear Mark is talking to us on his phone. And basically what it comes down to is this. It is a small desktop unit that has a little I'm going to say 5x7 screen on it, and then there he is right there on the television screen. Mark, talk to us about bandwidth, because how much bandwidth is? I mean, we must be taking up half of San Diego's bandwidth to get you on the air here.
No, that's not true. I mean, that's what you would expect looking at the quality, but this is actually down to 300 kilobits of bandwidth. So when you look at your average cable connection, you're pulling 6, 7 megabit down. Yeah. This is not even, a fraction of that. Wow. So this really is where the secret sauce is in the compression algorithms and error concealment. Actually processing the packets very, very quickly on our server farm, which is a proprietary built Linux-based server farm, the type of farm that Google uses for their searches. So very, very quick, the packets are in and out on a very efficient network.
Does everyone's voice get that accent, or is that just yours?
you don't get an accent with the phone.
No, darn.
You've got to pay extra for the accent.
Talk to us, and folks. If you're just joining us here, he is talking to us through a speakerphone. Because of the last minute, we said, let's just put the phone up here. Let's mic the phone. So you're hearing him very clearly, and it's not through digitally processed or anything like normally when callers call the program. Normally callers can hear us.
Phone lines.
Exactly right. So okay, Mark, a question for you. Now I heard rumblings of you folks selling your phone and your service through HSN Home Shopping Network. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. We'll be there on Home Shopping Network on 7th or the 10th of October, I believe, Sully.
And right now, what's the cost per unit and such, and the monthly cost and such?
Well, I'm going to actually hold that one for Home Shopping Network. They would like to go out with a big bang surprise. I mean, this is going to be huge, we believe, on Home Shopping Network. People that tune in, they would want me to have them wait until the show comes up, but it's going to be a very, very invasive price.
Also on the screen, you're going to find I don't see it here, but the pop-up window where you'll see what you look like to them.
Yeah, you have like a preview screen, correct?
Yeah, we just didn't press the right button over there.
Absolutely.
In fact, I can do it.
Give it a try.
Boom. Preview screen.
So there we are.
Just like that. Now you're looking at me.
And my hands.
Looking at him on the preview screen. And that's for our television audience. Okay, and one last thing. You mentioned to us before we went to a break Android TV and the social media side. Let's expand that real quick before I let you out of here.
Well, I think that, where we are today is this video phone, but where I see things going, I mean, as a technologist, I've been doing this for 30 years, and what it does, it kind of gives you a little bit of insight. I don't have the same insight as the Steve Jobs or the, Bill Gates of the world, but I do see some things coming down the pike here. And one of the things is once you've captured video and you can do the things that we have with the packets, we are not too far away from Android TV, which is Google. Google's coming, people. It's coming to a TV near you.
Well, does that mean people can watch this program right on their smartphone just like they were sitting in front of a TV?
Well, exactly. And then even more than that, IPTV is coming to, everybody's TV is going to be on the internet. So everybody is going to be able to watch the channels they want to watch at the time they want to watch it.
And would you say that's where the technology is going in the next 5 to 6 years, or is it earlier than that, you think?
I think it's earlier than that. I think you'll see, everybody's familiar with Google TV, but it's not the same as having your internet, your TV on the internet and choosing the channels that you wish to see and play back literally any program you ever wish to all over the world.
Boy, I'll tell you what, good stuff. His name is Mark Richards. He is the Chief Information Officer for Pervasip. Once again, I'm not saying pervasive, I'm saying Pervasip. In other words, pervasive plus IP equals Pervasip. I want you to check it out on pervasip.com. Their stock symbol PVSP. And Mark, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on there. Was that something or what?
Yes.
That is amazing to me.
Clean, clear.
Yeah. Well, and out to 44 million broadcast television homes and nationwide coast to coast on radio. And these guys have the confidence in their product to say, look, I'm not just going to call on the phone and let you hold up the product. The guy did the whole interview on his product. You got to love that.
Look how happy he is about that. Right there.
All right.